We started. I'll share my screen. First, quickly, I'll tell you the architecture or the flow of ABAP dictionary or the architecture. You see my screen, right?
Yes.
The three-tier architecture. This is the presentation layer. Huh? So this is our application layer. DB layer. Okay. Think of what is the presentation layer? Whatever that we know in SAP, what is exactly the presentation layer? Which one we call as the presentation layer in the SAP system? No? What is the exact
Visible
presentation
to
layer? Sorry.
it's visible to the user screen.
User interaction screen, UI screen.
Yes. Yes.
UI layer. UI layer.
Yes.
UI means user interactive. In this perspective, user means could be we as a developers and end users. Developers and end users. Right? You know who is the developers, who is the end users. End users are the
Who
people
will
in the
going
back
to
end.
use the application?
Back end, who is going to use our application. Okay. Developers are the people who will design the UI basically.
Yes, sir. I can able to join through that username and password. Yeah.
What I have given to you.
Yes.
Okay, then I think you can continue on your Office laptop also.
Yeah.
Because in some laptops and all, it will not accept the external remote desktop. That is okay, good. You logged into SAP, right? Already to system which I have given to you.
Yes. I logged.
Okay. So this is the UI layer, the developers and the end users. Okay. See, this UI is now currently, right? Again, I'll give you the clarity. One is based on the GUI, user interface. All MM01, MM02 based on the GUI. Other one is now Fiori apps. This is Fiori apps. Fiori apps. Okay. So user will interact through the SAP system. This is user. So the GUI skins will like MM01, MM02, VA02, and all will be accessed through SAP inside the system through the GUI. Or if it is a Fiori apps, you will log into Fiori apps and you will log in, access the Fiori apps here. Okay. This programming concept background of this one we call as, did you heard about anything module pool programming? Maybe in your career, module pool, any ABAPers would have been telling. It's called module pool programming. Module pool or dialogue programming. In ABAP only, there's one, I mean, we call that programming type here. Model pool or dialogue programming. They have developed this MM01, MM02, MM03, VA01, VA02, BP, all these transaction codes. This one. Okay, you can go to here, C11. For example, right? I was telling in the demo session as well, MM01. This is all the MM01. So this is built GUI screen, user screen, user interactive screen, based on the ABAP programming model pool. This will be seen as part of the course. Okay. Other one is the based on the Fiori app. So Fiori apps backend program is ABAP. Two types of programming. Fiori app. One we can develop now in the latest programming language, RAP, ABAP using ABAP. RESTful ABAP programming model, RESTful ABAP programming model, Fiori apps, or the same Fiori apps also can be developed in the back end, I mean the front end screen, no? Using the Fiori, I mean UI5 Fiori, we call as UI5 Fiori. This programming, this language will be used, user interface programming language, to build the front end only. Again, if it comes to back end ABAP code only. This is ABAP. Backend ABAP code only. And through the ABAP, data will be passed into SAP database tables. This is SAP database tables. Very, very interesting this subject. The more we focus on the concept and data flow. Easy to design new, very effective functional requirement document or for analyzing the tickets, right, or debugging. All these things will become more easy for you. It's a backend database tables. The data will go and update into the database tables. If it is a data insert scenario, if it is data fetching scenario, data will come from the SAP database tables through the code only. And then it will be using this front end we will design, no? And the data will display on this Fiori app display. This arrow, see the arrow direction here. Here. Clear? And what is the application layer here? This is called, we call as R3. SAP R3 architecture. SAP R3, real-time 3-tier architecture, right? What are the 3 tiers? These are the 3 tiers. One is the foundation layer. Second one is application layer. Third one is the DB layer, database layer. Database layer. Think of what is this application layer?
The actual application means after UI, whatever we are executing.
Correct. Very good. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. After UI, once we give the input, right, some execution process will take place. That is this layer, execution process. After you press enter, right? For example, here, right? Now it is in the presentation layer. The moment I give the materials information here to create a new material, so the moment now I'm in the presentation layer. The moment I click on press enter, right? Control will go to backend application layer, code will execute, and this screen will come. This is what the process will happen in the application layer. I can write here. Process execution will happen here. Right here. Process execution will happen here. Like once we enter mem01, first the backend execution happens in application layer. What is the DB layer?
SAP database layer
So
tables.
complete the database information will be available in the DB layer. All database data, you can see data storage, data storage, table structures, everything. First of all, why we need a database?
To store the huge amount of data.
So you to store the information, whatever is we are going to maintain in day-to-day business activities point of view, like sales orders, so purchase orders. So, right, for example, if you go to the supermarket, supermarket has to maintain all the data of what is available in the supermarket, right? So suppose if it is Amazon has to maintain all the information of all the what is the whatever the things they will sell, right? All that will be the data. So our purchase, our other data, right? Or our PAN card data. So our bank data, everything is the data only. So data will be stored in the database. So whenever you need, the data will retrieve. For example, you log in today to your bank account, then you ask for the bank statements. So data will come from the database only. We're getting point here. Exactly the concept of database, right? For example, I go to KSRTC. This is a bus reservation website here. Okay, this is the front end screen, UI screen. We are the users for this website. Suppose I want to book bus from Bangalore to Hyderabad. So Bangalore. To Hyderabad. This is a very important flow to understand the IT. Suppose if I plan for this, okay. The input this is the input, right? Nothing but in ABAP, which screen we call as the input?
UI.
Use a UI. Generally for a reports and all, if you take what is the input screen? Selection screen. Nothing but a selection screen. This one, right? Now the moment I start looking for these buses available from Bangalore to Hyderabad, search buses. This button will click. What is the backend we can imagine? I mean, what will be the output expectations?
List of buses available on that
list of buses available from which will run from Bangalore to Hyderabad on that date will come. Right? From where it comes? From it comes to KSRTC database. You're getting my point?
Yes.
So I'm just trying to make you to understood that importance of the database. Right? Same thing. Now the moment I click on here, this is the flow. If you remember, I was telling the entire SAP, not only SAP, the entire IT flow is like this only. The entire IT, not only the SAP. This is the input. You give the input. Okay. And your input will be taken inside into your program. This is your program. Code is there in the backend, and here the code is there. That code will go to database. Check the information what you are asking. This is the input you are giving here. So this is the input you are giving. So based on this input, what it will do, it goes to here, control go to program, program return the code. That control will go to database, searches the buses which are available from Bangalore to Hyderabad on the date that user is searching. We are the user now for the KSRTC. And information will bring back from here to program. We'll see all these select statements and all. And data will be displayed here. This is your output here. This is the flow even in our day-to-day, even social media as well, right? For example, what do? You go to the YouTube, right? You'll go to YouTube and you search some video, right? What happened? Backend code is there. Everything in YouTube also backend code will be there. That code will go to database of the YouTube, check the particular video is available, whatever the videos are available, relevant to the one that you are searching, comes back and show you in the output. I hope I am making you understood
Yes.
the flow,
Yes.
right?
Yes, sir.
It makes better to understood this, right?
Yes.
Because the backend, I want to make you the analysis of backend. Everything is this only. Majority of the cases, this only we do it, right? Because even if we take, right, majority of we search only the data, right? Like in the YouTube. So hardly you upload the video, right? You got my point. All the database searches concept, this is the one. YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, okay, or go to the bank website, you ask the report for the bank, data will come from the respective database of the bank. So remember, this is the flow, very, very important flow. One is two flows in the entire SAP and IT industry, two flows. One is data fetching flow. Data fetching flow. Fetching flow. This is the data fetching flow. This one. Okay. Wherever you are not updating the information, this is the data fetching. For example, Amazon will run a report what they have been sold in Bangalore from August 1st to till date. That's the report. The step up flow only will happen. Anything you say, you take in the real time. Okay. Data insert flow. Data insert flow also, right? You give as an input, you are going to upload or input. You give the input. Okay. That input will be taken by the program. And this program is going to update information into the database. See the arrow direction. The data update scenario here. Suppose you post any information in your Facebook. Okay. You are not searching, but you are posting. In that case, this flow will happen. And tell me what are the other scenarios? This type of flow will happen. One I said to you, data insert scenario. Okay. One is like when you post anything in the Facebook, you go to the Facebook and then you copy paste your text, then it will go and sit into the database of the Facebook. Tell me like that some other scenarios of where data will be inserted into the database.
Like for any career site, we are giving all our details.
Correct, very good. So whenever you go to career website, you enter all your information, that your first name, last name, everything, and then you click on the save.
Yeah.
Right? Data will be updated into the database. What else? Where else?
YouTube upload.
YouTube upload, Facebook upload, anything.
Yeah.
Whenever you are inserting the data. And right, any registrations, as you said already, any registration things you do, you database will update. Even suppose you go and try to purchase something in mobile in Amazon website. There also it will update the data into database of the Amazon, right? You can imagine, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We go on something we buy, and then everything after the last step, you click on save. The moment you click on last step save, the information flow from backend program into database. That means the entire data will be stored in the database. So on day-to-day activities, either we fetch the data or you are as user, okay, or we insert the data. These two scenarios only plays in any activity of the IT industry, total IT industry, not only in SAP. For example, whatever activity you are working currently as part of your functional requirement as well, right? As well. So it will fall under this category only, right? Maybe you are doing some configuration, right? Maybe you are creating a company. Last class I said that. So you are creating some company or company code. Okay. Company. Okay. You are creating a new company. A new company you are creating here. So not company code, company I'm saying. And then once you click on save information, all you enter, data will go and sit in the database tables here. Database tables here. The data insert flow. Even when I explained last session about the MM01 also, right, in the demo class, same. MM01, you enter the data. Okay. You click on save button after entering all the data, then data will go and sit in database tables. Right? And data fetching scenario here is MM03, right? In MM03, what is the flow of MM03? We'll go to MM03. Maybe I'll put here. There are no database updates, right? Database fetching only here. This is MM03, right? If I go to MM03, right? Now this is a material I'm searching. Okay. I'm entering the input. When I press enter, what will happen? I press enter.
To display the material view.
So in the backend, you should analyze now. So now you are going to become a techno-functional, okay, na? So as a functional point of view, we think the moment we give the materials information will come here, right? And as the technical point of view, if you think what happens is, when you press material number, enter, control will go to this flow. Control will go to search for given material number. If it is available in Mora table in the database, okay, control will go like this. Go means code has been written to go to here. Code has been written. Go search in Mora table for this given material number. If it is available, bring back that data to the screen. This is the flow. This is the code, ABAP code. Hope I'm making you understood.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So what it happened is it went to database. It has brought, because the material is available, it is going to next step, and it has brought the existing materials data. It's display mode only. You cannot update anything here, only for analysis purpose. For example, I will give some X, Y, Z, ABC. Okay. Think 1 minute. If I press, what will happen? If I press enter, what will happen? I'm giving some wrong material number, junk material number. What will happen?
Will
Material is not available.
So it will tell that this material number is not available. Why? How it will tell? Backend code only. Because it goes, once you enter any material number, it will search the database whether that material is available or not. If it is available, bring the data back and display on the screen of that material information. If that material is not available, this select statement will fail. When it fails, it will throw the error message. Code has been written in the backend. Do you see here? Does not exist. We will build this type of application through the ABAP code as part of this course. Simple things. You will really understood this backend. Understood? Huh? Clear? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
MM01 I told already last class. If you want quickly, I can tell MM01 as well now. Then we'll get into the table creation. I'll go to MM01. Now data creation is happening. Like for example, any new things will be added, right? For example, KSRTC also they add some extra new buses. In the backend, they will add the data like this. They enter the new materials information, right? Or anything that new items is being added, maybe suppose Amazon also, they are say selling as of now some 10 things. So maybe 11th item is new item they have included. So they go in the backend screen of the Amazon. Okay. Amazon people will enter that materials information, the product information, save it so that it will be available for the users. Same here. The materials, once they want to create any new materials information, no? So they go to this screen, the users will go, okay, and then they will enter this accordingly. The material falls under which category and all here. And this material is either external or internal. What is external? What is internal? This material number. It can be generated by explicitly, or we give it internally implicitly, or we give it explicitly. System will generate material number automatically. So based on the configuration. Now in this scenario, based on this configuration, people will do, I think, this configuration.
Yes, sir.
Center, right? Based on this industry sector material type, system will generate automatically new material number. Basic data one. Enter. Right now, this is the input screen. That as already you said that whenever you are registering in any website, your details, right? Or the employee information when they are entering, they will enter one by one the details here now. They may be material. Okay. I'll give base units of measure as kg. Material group. So I'm just entering only basic information. No? I'll give as gross weight and net weight. Now, the moment I click on save, what will happen?
Data will be saved to
Data will be saved to database. How it will be saved? Backend ABAP code only.
Yes.
Okay. So backend ABAP code will transfer this data from screen to database tables. We will do it. So in the part of the course, right, I'll make you to create this type of simple screen. So okay, and then it will transfer the data from the screen to database. Now you are in the screen. It has not entered into the database. This is the flow, right? Even I explained this one earlier in the demo. This is MM01. So you entered all the information. You clicked on save button, right? And then data will go and sit in the database. So database tables. More of database table. Okay. I can show you the code just quickly for 1 minute. The backend code. How do you do debugging? /h. Using /h, you can do debugging directly. Click on save. Now this code will trigger backend ABAP code, SAP code. SAP has written this code. This is debugging. We'll see also what is F5, F6, F7, F8. This is what mainly you need also, right? I'll come out now. So now this is the journey. As I said in the demo also, this is a journey. Journey means the code, block of the code written by SAP. Or if it is a ZMM01, we write our own code. So this code will will be responsible to transfer the data what you entered on the screen and go to the database tables. Now if I click on this, control will come out of the debug mode. Now data has been transferring. Done. Data has been transferred. So this material number I can go and see it. Right? Take this material number. Go to SC11. Go to Mara table. Click on display. Mara table is standard table or custom table?
Standard table.
Standard table that you know because you are from SAP. SAP provided table. Okay, I'll tell you when what scenario you need a custom table also. Go to the contents. This is structure of the table. Means fields. We'll see we are going to create now. Click on contents. Contents means records. Copy paste here. And execute. So you are searching only for one material here. Right? The data has been transferred. This is the flow more or less in generally all my trainings. I will make sure that from day one to be familiar in between also whenever that scenario comes, I'll explain this flow in two flows, data insert flow, data extraction flow. You take all RICEF, right? You might be knowing RICEF. What is the meaning of RICEF? What is RICEF? In ABAP, I mean in SAP projects, ABAP work is classified as a RICEF, right? RICEF W, basically. What is RICEF W?
Reports interface, report, RICE, conversation, reports interface conversion workflow and forms.
Yes. R is reports, I for interfaces, C for conversions, E for enhancements, and F for forms. W is for workflow.
Workflow.
Any ABAP work that ABAP consultant will be doing in the projects will be fall under this category only. All the backend flow is what this flow only, either data insert, data update. This is the flow. The entire ABAP work is ABAP work complete. All custom objects we can say here. Okay, na? Again, what are the different types of interfaces? Inbound, outbound, right? File interfaces, IDOC interfaces, through the BAPI also interfaces can be built. And different type of enhancements, bad issue, right? Norm functional model enhancements, so all these forms. Again, what are the forms?
Smart forms.
Smart forms.
Yeah.
Smart forms, so Adobe forms, both. And W is for workflow, for automation of the activities, approval process, all these things. This is your ABAP. ABAP consultant will work on this series. And as a functional consultant, okay, what you are going to design to the ABAP, you are going to give the requirement in this report form or interface or conversion or enhancements or forms or workflow. If you know the basic ABAP flow and all the tables and all, you can design the better requirement. You can understood better of what is the expectations from the ABAP developer. Okay, and it's easy for you to map into the requirement exactly. Okay. Next, any questions here? Hello?
No, sir.
No.
Here, all of you.
Yes.
Sahil, any questions?
No, sir, clear.
Okay. All of you. Let us know, coming to database, right? In the flow we were here. This is the flow here. Now, for the database layer things to do, SAP what they made is they created this transaction code. So basically, two transaction codes for database related. Basically, one is this is a database, okay, and one is SC. You know, one transaction code very
AC16.
SC16N, right?
Yes, sir.
You are using 16 or 16N? Should we use 16N? N is
16.
NJ transaction. N is NJ transaction. Latest. As a users, they will use this one. Users and also the functional consultants. And we as ABAP people, right, we will use SC11. So that I can see structure, I can create a table also. Here you cannot create a table, right? Only you can see the existing tables data only. Yeah. So SAP made very simple database point of view. It is integrated within the SAP system. There is no any connection separate required and all. I think some other programming languages and all, you need separate connection concept to the database here. Here is ABAP developer. Anything what you do in the SAP screens in the front end, it must be saved in the database table. Finally, end of the day. I mean, everything is processed. You take anything. For example, what I was telling here, MM03. This is the data. This information I have to store in one table. Okay. If I go to here, if I go to here, this also should store in table only. This also should store table only. This is the data. This is the data. This is the data. This is not the data. This is the heading only, gross weight, net weight. This is the data. This data. All everything must be saved in the database. Otherwise, it will not store on the screen. Right? For example, if I go to KSRTC, okay, here, if I search the buses information came on the screen, whatever the buses available from Bangalore to Hyderabad running, it has come from the database only. This is the front end screen now. It will not store permanently here on the screen. I hope I am making you understood.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So maybe
Yes, sir.
maybe a little bit more deep I'm going. Otherwise, I'm thinking as a layman. You are a layman. Okay, na? So these people may think generally, oh, this is the screen. Data will be saved here only. No, data will not be saved here. Data will be only appear here. This is the only appear on the screen. Data will not be saved here. Like if you go to movie, right, on the theater on the screen, it will come from the projector, right? From the reel, it will come the data, right? The movie. It will not be there on the screen. You're getting my point, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you think why we need a custom tables? Again, two types of tables, right? One is SAP standard tables. One is SAP standard tables. Second one is SAP custom tables. Okay. What is the difference between these two? Okay, tell me quickly.
SAP standard table means the material information stored in just like in a standard table name that is related to MARA, MARC, MBW, and custom table that is related to once we create any kind of T code related to ZMM.
Correct,
01.
correct. Very good. That is one perfect scenario, right? For example, all MM01 will go to standard table because it is standard T code, right? This is a MM01. MM01 is standard SAP provided transaction code where user can use for creating the data for the materials. front end screen. And data will go to here, database tables, MARA here, MARC, MARD, all these tables, MAKT, all these tables. Whereas sometimes the custom will ask business requirement will come. I don't want MM01. I want similar to that, but I want ZMM01. In that case, you have to go for custom tables. There is no other option. ZMARA, ZMRC. This is one example, one scenario. Anyone think of any other scenarios? Any other scenarios?
We can we can create totally new custom table also, right? Which is not exactly related to the Mara Marsi.
So some scenarios it comes, maybe I can tell you in the going forward. You need some information should be stored in the database permanently. Okay, those cases you need to go for custom table only. For example, you are creating one purchase order or even MM01 also. Okay, even MM0 standard only. You click on save. It's very important concept. Remember it. Very good. Here. By default, SAP has written the code to get into the data, to transfer the data into your standard tables, right? Z, sorry, not Z, MERA, MERC, MERD. But some business requirements will come where, okay, in addition to this table, in this standard table, information should be saved in your own tables also for some reporting purpose. Got it? Get material data. Okay. Get some plant information. Get tables. You need some reports should be run on this table. So some additional information is required on this table. On this table. Okay. So once you click on MM01, you save the data. Standard tables are available, but you need additional information. Okay, your own tables information, your own tables also has to be updated. In that case, also you go for the custom tables. Think 1 minute, how do you update these tables? Because these tables will update by SAP automatically. But in this standard flow, your tables has to also to be updated. Your own tables, custom tables. Think of which of the concept will allow you to write your own code in the standard flow. Simple.
Data fetching from the standard one.
Data fetching will happen here, but what I'm trying to say is the moment you click on save here, right? The information will go from this screen to respect to standard tables because SAP has written the code to go to standard tables. MARA, MARC, MARD, MAKT and all. But a business requirement comes sometimes here, this data you need to pass to your own tables as well, not only for SAP standard tables. Question understood or clear what I'm asking?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Just think 1 minute, no problem. So the entire training will be the thinking, and I have to enable you your thinking. That is how should go the training. Think 1 minute. So what or where I can do, what activity I should do, so that my data will go and sit in my this table. Will go means I should write the code as we should write the code. This is where the concept of comes into picture here. So this concept. Sorry, this concept. What is this concept?
Enhancement.
Enhancement. So here SAP has given the enhancements places. You can write your own code here. This is enhancement. This is very, very important concept, especially you should know functional people so that you can give a perfect solution while you are working on your business requirements to the user, to the functional ABAP people also you can suggest them where they should. Here they can write in the enhancements SAP provided place, you can write insert Z material data. Insert Z and like this. You got my point?
Yes, sir.
Because in these enhancements, SAP will provide empty box. Nothing will be there by SAP given to you. And you go as a web developer, you can write a small code. So the code, what is going to transfer from SAP standard tables, you can make that to update into your own tables also, based on the business requirement. This is a custom table. This is the standard SAP provided placeholder where you can place your own code. That is what called as enhancements. Could be baddies also. Inside the baddie, like that. We'll see practically these things going forward. Clear? Understood? I'm trying to make you understood what scenarios you need data tables is required, custom tables is required. Clear? Okay, think of one more thing, one more scenario. One more good scenario you should think of. Two more scenarios I can say. Hope I'm not making you too much complex first day.
No, sir.
You want me to go to table creation, directly go to table now. But I want to give you a concept of why we need the tables. Get point?
Yeah.
If we know why, then it will be very interesting while you are creating a table.
Yes.
Now there are two more scenarios though. Generally, you can think of a little bit high end because you are SAP people. I'm a little bit making you to think in that perspective. There are some more scenarios where you need a data to be stored in your custom tables. In that case, the standard tables will not be available at all for that scenarios. You want me to give? I'll give the hint. You might have worked some interfaces till now.
Yeah.
Might be inbound or outbound, both. Might
Yes.
be.
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
Right. That is the perfect areas. Some places, right? You need to data to be placed, especially inbound interfaces. So, for example, here, right? This is inbound means this is a legacy system. Here. Legacy system. Okay. Here it is SAP system, and the data will go and update into your SAP database here. Okay. So data will come from the legacy system into your SAP system. This data coming from the external system. That's what we call as inbound. Okay. You are going to create a data into SAP database table. So maybe you are creating a new materials data. Okay. So the data will go and sit by calling the BAPI or BDC, what is old concept, and update. But you want to create a log. Log means, you know, right? Log. What is log?
Yeah.
Log means summary of the updates,
Okay.
records, right? So like data, for example, MATNR, material number, received data, received data. These are the columns. Material number, received date, okay. Update status, update status, legacy system name. Okay. So the data will come. Is trying to update here, but you need to log the information of that, right? So this interface, this material is bought, received date is so and so date, and update is status is success or failure, and legacy system name. This for this data there will not be any standard table. Are you getting my point here? Material number 100 has come from the legacy.
Yes,
And suppose you run this report today, because this interface you are run today. So 22 August 2026. This is a perfect scenario to think of. 22 August 2026. Okay, update status. Success. Legacy system name. Say suppose Oracle system. Oracle. Okay. We're getting point here. This is one record here. This is called a log. If you want to maintain this log, it must be custom table is required. There is no other way. You can tell this in interview if anyone asks. Right? So two scenarios we need a custom table. One is the table, maybe multiple scenarios. So few of the scenarios is whenever you go for custom T code or custom app, custom things, you need must to store the data in the respective database tables, which SAP has not provided. The first one. Second one is whenever you want to maintain a log in the system permanently in the database, you have to create a custom table and update this custom table in the program here using insert, update, modify, ABAP code. Are you getting my point here? I made it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
yes, sir.
Let us go and quickly create one new table. No? You want 5 minutes break or okay, we'll continue. 5 minutes, small break.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
fine. Yes.
Huh? So come back, same meeting. Okay.
Yeah.
9. Come back by 9:10. Come back by 9:10.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
We'll start, right? Hello.
Yes.
You can hear me, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, as I said, whenever you are designing any solution, right, as a functional consultant, you think these are the scenarios, the two scenarios what I said, or in general, best is you can think of whenever you need to save something in SAP, okay, so you would need to think of having a custom table. Custom table. Got my point?
Yeah.
Whenever you want to store something in SAP, okay, for your own functionality, for your own requirement, custom requirement, then you can go for creating your own custom table. Okay, let's quickly create one new table. What table we'll create is we'll create a ZMARA. Okay, so we'll create a ZMARA. With the fields material number, material type, material group, units of measure. First, we'll take the standard data elements. So I'll tell you what is the data element clearly. Then we'll create our own data element also. Okay. So we'll create this table and we insert maybe at least 5 records. 5 records will insert through the manually. 5 records we will insert. Okay. Let us get into SC11, all of you. Go to SC11. Give table name as ZMAH_Mara. You know, right, in the projects, real-time projects, for ABAP people, there will be naming standards document will be designed by leads, by us. So that you should follow must that naming standards only. We cannot give our own name and all here. You are getting my point here?
Okay.
First character must be Z or Y. Majority programs, project size is Z or Y also. It will be defined in the document. There is a separate document will be there. Standards document, project ABAP coding standards document. Inside the document, these guidelines will be defined for every project. First Z, and then next characters might be module name. Suppose which module table you are creating, materials management. Next, say suppose ZMM. You know RISEF ID, right? RISEF ID.
Yeah.
So RISEF ID has to be given here. For example, a report to RISEF ID report to report. Okay, report 1, for example. That's all. It should be very as simple as possible. First should be Z, next module name, next the RISEF ID. It depends. Not every project they will ask you to give the RISEF ID, but it's better. You can suggest this way as well in the functional document when you are writing. Click on create. Give a short description. What the purpose of short description?
For better understanding of the table content.
So it will tell you that what
Description of the
exactly
for
was
the particular
stored
item.
in the table. Before that, do you want to know how to create a package? You know how to create a package?
No.
Because when you save, it will ask the package. Okay, I'll explain it quickly. First, create a package. Go to SC80. Let us keep like this session. /o SC80. SC80. Package concept is like this. This is the package. Package will enable you to create a transport request. Under the transport request, you are going to create your tables, data elements, all programs, tables, data elements, programs, all. This we call as repository objects in SAP terminology. R3 repository or technical objects we will store under the transport request under the package so that what the purpose of transport request?
Move the changes from one environment.
So to move our developments, all the things from one system to other system. Into the SAP landscape, this is SAP typical landscape, right? The development system. Quality system. And then production system. Okay. If you want to have your programs from development to quality for testing purpose, and what is the purpose of production system? Day-to-day business will happen here, right? So through the TR concept only, the things will go. Transport. Transport means it will transport. Once you do it, it will be stored in the transport request. This transport request can be imported either into quality system, not either, it will be first imported to quality and then test everything, then import to production system. This is the flow. Okay. Let us first create a package. Go to program, go to package here. Package is one-time activity created by leads initially when we start the project. We don't create a project for every RISE object. Are you getting my point here?
Yes.
Based on the release, we'll create the package. I'll go here. Z. Okay. Okay. Say suppose release 1.
For every enhancement or requirement, we need to create package.
No. But generally, project scenarios how we follow real-time projects is suppose you are going for one rollout project, Europe rollout. Okay. For a Europe rollout, I'll give the clarity here. This is suppose Europe rollout you are doing one project. Europe rollout. For this, there will be suppose MM model is involving. Okay, na? What you do is you create a package ZMM. Okay, Europe. Maybe again release 1, release 2 will be there, right? Sometimes release 1, for example. Release 1. You create here. In this rollout project, maybe 5-6 months it is. This might be 6 months here. Okay. That 6 months, okay. Whatever you do in MM module, okay, maybe multiple objects, as I said, RISEF, right? RISEF, you know it, all of you. All RISEFs, generally I'm saying this, you can use only one package for all related. Are you getting point here?
Okay.
So this is a very perfect way of segregation also. Got my point? So otherwise, if you create so many packages here, it will be a lot of confusion. So one package, one rollout, one module. Got point? Again here, for example, SD, Z, SD. Okay, so Europe. Release 1. And all RISEF related to SD module you build under this one here. You suggest this one if it is not following in your projects. It's the best. I mean, as a suggestion. Are you getting my point here?
Yeah.
So whenever in the future, right, whenever you are referring, oh, so-and-so package, okay, so-and-so package contains all the repository objects related to the Europe rollout release ones, like that. Very, very best methodology that to be followed. Clear?
Okay, then US related will come, then we will create the new one.
So if it is a US will come, US rollout, create ZMM US release one.
Okay, and if it is already existing with the means for the US also, then we will use the existing one.
But any new project, right, better go for new package. That is the best.
Okay.
So that we know that otherwise if you use the existing package, very difficult to differentiate which is the related to the latest one, which is the earlier existing one. Right? It makes sense. You are getting my point, right?
Yeah.
Your day-to-day activity is not just to accept, you also can give you a perfect suggestions as well, like this. That will be more effective. Right? You are getting my point, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do same here. Yellow. Release 1. Even to make it more clear also, if you want to, maybe it will be lengthy, but still you can give date as well, August 2026. This will give more clarity. Got my point?
Yeah.
Yes.
This will give more clarity. Press enter. Package does not exist. Do you want to create? Click on yes. You'll get this pop-up again here. Some projects, right, you may not create. If you give the information to the basis people, they will create it also. Because there is a system landscape related also, right? Transport request. Short description. Europe. SA rollout. SAP RISEF. See here. This also should be very clear. By reading, anyone can understood this very clearly. Short description. Are you getting my point? In many projects, for this, they don't give any specific namings, standards and all, because this is freely, but for this one, they'll give you the namings should be followed. But this also, if you give perfect definition, when you are searching is easy, understood what is the purpose of this package we have created. Of course, by seeing the name, as well as by seeing the description also. Got point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
These are the best practices. Rest are not mandatory. Okay. Application component, if you want, you can choose here under again which module it belongs to. Go to here, search here. You can see here somewhere materials management here. Materials management. Under materials management, be purchasing, choose the purchasing here. No need to enter anything in transport layers and all here. Press enter here. Okay. It will create a transport request for a package as well. You can create your own transport request. Click create here. Create request. Then you write a transport request of this package. Package for Europe release 1 objects. Package you consider like as Windows folder, like how we see in our desktop folders and all to save the files. Here to save the programs, tables, elements, data elements, function models. Package for Europe release 1 objects. Objects to store. Here also make very meaningful date also you can give here. For example, 22 August. 6. Right, this is source client to target sometimes, right, based on the system landscape. You may choose here, or the basis people will choose this one and enter this information here. Accordingly, when you release the transport request, you know, right, sometimes the background jobs will run. It will go to next system automatically, target system and target client. And this is very important. You can suggest in your projects. In many real-time projects also, I observe it. They don't maintain here anything here. Here, suppose the Europe we are doing, right? It is a good practice if you make it, get that Europe project name here. Europe project name here. That I think will be done by SAP, maybe basis people to get the information here. Are you getting my point here?
Yes.
Many projects I see this will become empty, even real-time projects also. But you try, check it in your day-to-day project. If there is any possibility, you can suggest it here. Whenever you are creating any transport request, this is empty generally. Or you don't see your project, which rollout you are working currently here. This rollout should be reflected here of the current release you are working. In this way, you can segregate your transport request related to which project. Maybe the server, whatever I have given to you, may be there, this or may not be there. If it is there, you choose it, anything. Otherwise, you don't need to choose because this is a practice system. Save it now. Now system will generate the transport request. And enter. Yeah. So now one package you created means one folder you created. So that you can save your programs under this package. It will enable you to move your programs from one system to other system, development to quality and to production. Any doubts here or anything you want me to guide? I will guide. You can share your screen as well. I can guide you.
So this is the same transport we used to
No,
Oh, right?
no. Now this is transport. What we created is for package.
Package. Okay.
Now the transport will ask when you try to save the table.
Yeah. So that we will refer then.
Now
Okay.
once you give the package, again we'll ask the new transport. I'll show now. This step is done. Or any doubts? You want me to repeat? Package creation step. You are able to do. If you want me to repeat, I can repeat again.
Once in a short.
So one more time, sir.
One more time, okay.
Yeah, short
So I'll do it quickly. I will create
Yes.
one more, no problem, quickly. I'll do one is this one, no? One package. Anyway, I can search also with this name, no problem. Even I don't remember. I don't need to remember. Now I'll create one more package quickly with SD. Okay, na? Z SD underscore Europe release one. I made now simple. Press enter. Right? It's saying that package does not exist. You want create. Yes. Click on yes. Okay. Now it is lost the short description. Package for SAP SD objects. Okay. Release one. Okay. Europe. And the date is 22nd August 2026. Clear? Short description. Meaningful. For this, they don't give any real-time projects documents and all. Specifically, they don't mention, but make sure that very clearly you write so that easy for tracking. And choose under which module it belongs to. Here, this is also not mandatory, but better if you give. You can choose sales and distribution here. I repeat this concept. This is one-time activity package, only one time when project is starting. Sales area. Right, under the sales area, I can choose sales orders here. It is just for our category purpose only. Okay. Otherwise, it won't do any there is no any impact on the way that you are going to work. You're getting my point here?
Yes.
It is only the categorization. That's all. Press enter here. Let keep as it is what the default values are there. Now, this is asking that transport request for the package. You can create again, click on create transport request. Click create. Package for all SD objects. Package for all SD objects. Europe. Release one. Date is 22nd August 2026. Clear? I was telling this project here. You check it, your current project, anything is applicable. You should choose better. Even sometimes what people, my observation is whenever people are creating any transport request, even then you see your package, people don't choose that package because it's not mandatory for that reason. Even it is not a mandatory, it is better you choose the project if it is available, your project. No package is created. Right? So one more package I created this package. Any of these based on your table business, you can use the package, respective package. Clear? Now I'll go to create a new table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to here. It's the screen where you are creating a table of. Okay. Delivery class. I'll explain about this one. Delivery class. Go to here. Application table here. Okay. What the delivery class here is, you can press F1 here. It will tell you type of the data you are going to store here. You can press F1 here. Function F1. You know function F1, right? You know? Documentation will come. Inbuilt documentation. SAP inbuilt documentation at the data element level. Delivery class for controlling the data transport of tables for installation, upgrade, client copy, and all. Okay. Basically, it will specify what type of data you are storing. If you want more information, click here. Okay. You can see here more information about this one. Okay. Basically, what things we use is for our all custom tables, either A or C. A is for master data and transaction data. C for customizing data. Right. So again, I'll give the clarity here because you might be knowing already. This is what the entire SAP data, 3 types of the data. Master data. Transaction data. Transaction data. And customizing data. Customizing data. Tell me quickly examples of all this in your day-to-day SAP data. Which is the data will fall under the master data?
Material master batch plant.
All materials data. Materials data. Plant data, right?
Yes.
Storage location also, right? Storage location will come under the customizing data. Plant data also customizing data. We cannot say as master data. Vendor master, right? Vendor master, customer master, employee data. Okay. For example, for transaction data,
PR, PO, GR, invoice.
all transactional data like purchase, PO, PR, sales order, invoice, right? Delivery data. Delivery. All this data. And information data. Stock data. Sales data. Okay. Bank transaction data. Right? Mobile data for each day, right? It is a transaction based on the data how you consume. And customizing data. Which is the customizing data with respect to SAP? Company data, company code, plant, storage location data. All this is called as a customizing data. What is the difference between master data and customizing data? Whenever you take any project, we take any new project, At the very beginning activities, we do all that through the configuration, we design the enterprise structure. Right? You know, right? All of you. Enterprise
Yes,
structure.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Here
Enterprise,
we
high
are
end.
also-
That is all called customizing data. All customizing data. So we can see that examples also for all these tables, right? For this one, do it parallel. Go to SC11. For these tables examples I can give as SC11. Okay. Sorry. MARA table, material with the plant. Okay. And KNA1 table, customer and vendor tables. For just 4 tables is enough. I'll tell you where is that, how you can see the master data, master and transaction data. Go to here, open for example, Mara table only, parallelly. Keep that session as it is. Go to here, go to Mara S11. Go to Mara table. Click on display. Go to delivery and maintains. See, it is the category is application table. Delivery class is master and transaction data. And go to technical settings here. You see here, APPL0. Again, there is a categorization here, master data. I hope you are getting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Same way you can quickly check it MARC table as well. Master data with the plant material data. Click on display. Right. Go to technical settings. Right. Master data here. So go to KNA1 table. Back. KNA table. Click on display. Go to technical settings. You see here master data. And you can see here also the under the master and transaction data here. Classification of the table by the SAP. What could be the transaction data tables? Do you remember any? What are the tables for related transaction data?
For the PO related EKKO, EKPO.
So go to EKKO table now. Open S11, EKKO. Click on display. Right. Go to delivery and maintains. Anyway, this is both for master and transaction data same. Go to technical settings here. You see here transaction data here. You see they have chosen the transaction. You can see like EKPO also, right? EKPO, VBAK, VBAP, all sales order tables. Hope are you getting my concept, what I'm telling to you?
Yeah.
Type of the data you are storing. And for customizing data, for example, plant or company code. Company code field you might be knowing. Company name of the company field for the company code. This is also a good point to understood. Books, BUQRS you might be knowing, right? You might have seen company code. BUQRS, field name. Go BUQRS. Click on display. Go to domain. Double click. Go to value range. This is the main table. Double click here. T001. Check it here. C is for customizing table. Don't confuse with custom table, customizing table. Custom table is the table what we create. Customizing table is that will store customizing data. Master data, transaction data, customizing data. Now, if I go and see your technical settings, it must be of customizing data. See here. This is what I was telling to you is very, very interesting when you learn after you get into a system. Now, getting my point. You are into SAP already system, right? Now, when you learn of behind the concept of what you are doing day to day, so you really get, more interest. Are you getting point here?
Yes, sir.
We might have never think in this perspective, right? We might be using already these tables on day to day.
Yes.
Right? So all of you might be using this. Okay, EKKO purchase order, EKPO items data. Okay, sales order tables. Those tables we are using, but back end of that, what concepts is behind? Generally, we don't observe. Even as a technical, we also don't observe. But when you go deep dive, then it will be more interesting. Suppose there is a requirement has come to you in your project. You want to create a table. Then you know, okay, if it is a master data, please go this category, choose this category. If it is a transaction data, choose this category. If it is a customizing data, very high level data, custom table, then you choose this category. You can suggest better way to your SAP technical people. Or you can create a table quickly. You don't depend on the bad people. So my point is, once you complete this training, these small things, don't wait for them to do it. You do it and give it to them. Or if provided you have the access. You got my point?
Mm-hmm.
Provided you are having the access as a developer, you can create a table and give it them. Because in the projects, majority projects, you will not be having the authorization, right? For as a developer.
Yes.
You can request once you've been trained, right? You can request your respective leads, say that give me a authorization for my ID as a developer as well. I know ABAP also. They can able to provide, no problems. At least in the development system, nothing will create a problem. You can take the access.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'll go to here. My table, what I'm creating here, our table. This this F1 functionality is very, very, very useful, very interesting. Whenever you get a time, whenever you are getting boring, go to the system and then check it one by one. What is this field? What is the description? What purpose and all? Very interesting, this concept. Saying F1 understood. We'll see this. What is this meaning and all? Now go to the structure of the table to create. First field will give MANDT, right? What is MANDT?
Mandatory fields.
No. That is where the confusion will come. This is the interview will ask for all freshers. MANDT is not for mandatory. It is for the client just to specify the client specific data. This table is the client specific. All data is again two types of data. Let me do the flow. This is the data. Again, two types of data. One is the business data. Business data. And second one is the technical data. Technical business data is like all day-to-day business data, whatever that you see. You think and tell me quickly what data you can consider as business data. Materials data, right? sales data, PO data, invoice data, everything, whatever the business data. What is technical data you can think of? Table, Mara, Marcy. This is business data, not technical data. MARC, okay, field, MATNR, MTRT, MATK. This is called a technical data. You're getting my point here,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
right? So whatever you are doing day to day in the projects for the user is doing, creating all materials and all, okay, so those will come under the business data. All business data is client specific. This I will tell you in the next class practically. This data is client specific. This can be understood only once you see it practically. Client specific means one client, if you create, the data will be available only in that client. And this data is client independent. Means you create, suppose if I come to here, if you create one material information, that material is available only in the client number 100 only. For example, this is the client number 100 client. So once you create a new purchase order, sales order, materials and all, the information will be available only in this Mara table, client 100 Mara table here, client specific data. This one, right? Client independent. Once you create in one client, client independent. This is an interview question for freshers, especially. Client independent means if you create a new table or program or any data element or function module, it will be available by default clients, all the clients within that system. Suppose this is a 200 client. So this, suppose you create one table here, ZMara. This ZMara table will be available here and here, both it is available. Okay, we'll see this practically later, next class, tomorrow. Okay. What is this one? Data element. Data element also will create in the next class our own data element. Now we use standard data element only. Using this, you give the data type to this field. It is providing the data type to the field. What is the purpose of data type? Data type will tell you what type of data you are going to store.
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you that in the flow. The entire SAP ABAP, very critical concept, data element, very, very critical. Data element, this is the data element. Data element will be used to basically two places basically to give the data type to the table field. Means what type of information can be stored. Data type means like character, numeric, integer, like that. We'll see that more clearly. And one more place where you can use this data element is you can use to define in ABAP programs. We'll use this. Clear? We'll see it practically. Now I am using the standard only. Whatever then in Mara table, same thing I use. MANDT, MATNR, MTRT, MATKL, MEINS here. And do same thing here. Check it Mara table and copy paste. Don't give copy as it is here, but check it parallel Mara table. What is the data element? Under 5 minutes, I'll complete. Okay, na?
Yes.
Mara. Right? Take this fields, material number, material type, this data element, copy paste data element here.
Sir, if we don't know the data element, like now we are referring the Mara, right?
Correct. So if we don't know, what we should do is we create our own data element. Base, we have to think of how much size required, data type, what information we are storing. Then we create our own data element. Tomorrow we'll do that. Our own
Okay.
data element.
Mhm.
Okay, sir. Tomorrow, sir, same time, 8 to 10?
Same time.
Okay, sir.
Quickly, I'll complete this one, 5 minutes.
Yes.
You want me to stop here?
No, we can complete this.
We
5
can
minutes I can complete
this.
this. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that you can also practice this one going through by tomorrow class.
Yes.
So MANDT, MATLR, MTRT, right? MATKL, MEINS. So I have given the data type to this one so that the data will store only based on this data type, character, units, based on tokens. And primary key, we'll see also clearly primary key here. The uniquely to identify the record. Save it now. Package, right? Now I'll give the package what I have created yesterday morning. Go to here, or I can search here. If I forgot, I can search here. I give ZMM star, I think. Press enter here. List out all. I can choose this one here. Save it now. Right? It has the transport request. Better create a new transport request. Click on create. Material data. Sorry. Material custom material. Okay. We can give here also date 22 August 2026 Saturday. As I said, this is not mandatory in the projects also, but try, even if it is not mandatory, check it here. There is your project, you choose it here. Save it here. Done. Enter. Check syntax. No syntax errors. Okay. No, activate. When you are trying to activate it, you have to give some more information. Data class. Again, what type of data you are going to store. You try to explore by pressing F1. By tomorrow class, I'll ask some questions on this one. What is size category also? This is enough buffering, you don't need now. You try to explore what is size category. Number of records you are going to store here. Save it. Back. Enter. Now table is activated. If you insert the data, go to here. Right? Utilities. Table contents, create entries. It's disabled. Disabled means we are not maintain the property here. Display maintenance allowed so that you can insert the data. Activate now. Done. Now create one record quickly. Utilities. Table contents. Create entries. Okay. So material number, new material I'm creating. Material number 100. Okay. Material type raw material. Material group 01. How do you measure this material? kg, for example. I'm giving my own data. Save it. Done. One record is saved. This is called one record. This is the fields 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why 100 has come directly here? This one.
MANDT
Logged in client. Logged in client. Back. Right. Now you can see the data. Contents. Execute. This is one record. One record means one row. How many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is called fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. One record. You want technical information here? Go to settings. Go to user parameters. you can choose the field name. Field name will come here. Clear? I'll stop here.